Meditation is a uniquely human skill, a uniquely human gift. Like languages too, we have the ability to grow, to comprehend big things, to achieve big things. Language is one such tool. Language actually develops our capabilities, our ability to thought, to achieve, to conceptualize, well beyond the animal kingdom. Another such tool that is as powerful, indeed as fundamental, is transcending. That means meditation, to take the mind directly to its source, to the infinite field of consciousness. Like language, that is another evolutionary tool to develop the brain. And you're absolutely right. The act of transcending, expanding beyond boundaries, experiencing the source of thought, ocean of creativity, reservoir of intelligence, it's powerfully evolutionary. It completely and dramatically and instantly changes the brain. The meditative state is absolutely unlike any other state of consciousness. Waking, dreaming, sleeping, hypnosis, drug-induced. It's completely different. It is characterized, in a nutshell, by global EEG coherence. That means the entire brain is functioning in a synchronous and coherent way. In waking consciousness, the electrical activity of the brain is completely scattered. There's very little coherence or very little integrated functioning of the brain. One part of the brain is hardly talking to another. In the meditative state, the state of unbounded awareness, the whole brain participates in that experience in what's this global, synchronous electrical activity. It's absolutely striking, the most striking thing a neuroscientist will ever see. And one thing about that experience is that the entire brain is engaged. If you're doing physics, if you're playing music, this little sliver is engaged. Only the meditative state, unbounded awareness, samadhi, engages the total brain and develops the brain holistically. This global EEG coherence may be a fleeting experience during transcendental state, but with regular practice it becomes more and more stabilized, so that even in activity, the whole brain remains more coherent, and that orderly brain functioning is fundamental to intelligence, creativity, learning ability, academic performance, moral reasoning, emotional maturity, psychological stability. Everything good about the brain depends on its orderly functioning. And now, and this is very exciting to me as an educator, orderly brain functioning can be systematically developed in anyone of any age. Someone in a nursing home for the elderly, a child in a school with ADHD, who may have very limited EEG coherence, very little orderliness of brain functioning. Those individuals can develop the orderliness of the brain in a period of weeks and months and over the years. IQ, creativity goes up at an age where they're not supposed to. In adults, where the intelligence is supposed to shrink and the gray matter itself begins to wither away. All of that is basically because with the brain, the rule is use it or lose it. And only the meditative state engages the total brain and develops the brain holistically, which, yes, shows up as highly statistically significant improvements in intelligence and creativity and learning ability and everything. But more important than any of that is the stabilization of inner bliss, inner unboundedness, which we call enlightenment. That's really the goal of life. Being a little smarter, a little more successful, yeah, that's good. Living the bliss of life 24 hours a day, even during the depth of sleep, that's really what we're here for. Happiness, ultimately, is where it's at. And it's our choice how much happiness we want to experience in life. A little bit, more, or a lot. And this gift of meditation, gift of transcending, we're not talking about concentration, works the mind, or contemplation, which engages the mind, or visualization that also engages the mind. We're talking about going beyond the mind, beyond thought, beyond any fine, faint feeling to the experience of infinity, unbounded awareness that's beyond senses, beyond the intellect. That fundamental state, the most fundamental of human experiences, is what's key. And it belongs in education. fundamental to education. And thank God, finally, it's being embraced by education. And hundreds of thousands of students at hundreds and hundreds of schools today have access to this experience as part of the curriculum. Within 2 years, 3 years, it'll be everywhere.